Well, that kid's assignment was awesome. Thank you to everyone who participated in that and sent me pictures. For this next assignment, I want us to all work on a video. I was inspired to do this assignment by a photographer named Owain Shaw, who is located in Spain. Owain hit me up on Twitter one day. He had this video and he's just been taking little vignettes of his life under quarantine and putting them together and put it up on his YouTube channel. Let me show you just a few quick little grabs of that video, and I'll give a link to his channel below. What I liked about his video is it was just this kind of quiet and still very personal, very localized documentary about his life in Spain under quarantine. And I thought that would be a very cool assignment for all of us to do. If we could all document what our life is like right now under quarantine. Another interesting video I saw was by Corey at Photo Hutch. Here's a little snippet of his video.
We're almost 3.5 weeks into this. This is the first time in about 7 days that I've left the house.
This is probably the second or third most recognizable structure in Calgary besides the Dome and the Tower. This is the Peace Bridge. I've never been on it midday, completely deserted before.
And you can find a link down below to his channel. So here's what I see us doing. I see us taking videos or photos. You can do both or combine it, however you want to do. But I want you to document your life under quarantine for the next 2 weeks. I want you to think about this like, this is a video that you're going to go back to years from now and say, you know, wow, remember that time when the whole world shut down? This is what daily life was like. So I'm going to put some parameters for us to work in. I would really like the audio of your videos to just be natural sounds that you've recorded during this time. It can just be the video and audio that you capture at that moment, or you can capture like the audio of a press conference, let that play on for a while you do a montage of video or photos over top of that. Please don't use any copywritten music, and if you put it up on YouTube, it's going to get taken down anyways. I'd like to see if we could do small, short documentaries without a large reliance on music. But let's see if we can do this with just naturally captured audio. Like here's an example. I'm going to take audio from a local press conference that was here in Georgia, and then I'm going to throw some video clips over top of it of just my daily life.
But now we're saying, please stay home and don't go into settings where you can expose others until we have a chance to stop this ongoing transmission in our communities. Our goal, as you have heard from the governor and from others, is to try to stop transmission so that we don't overwhelm our hospitals. We're trying to ensure that other cities in Georgia, like Athens, like Macon, like Savannah, do not become like Albany, which now is fighting the worst fight of any place in Georgia and has among the highest rates of COVID-19 in the country and in the world. And so I just want to thank everybody in advance for their cooperation, for their respect for each other and their families and their communities. And most of all, I want to thank, from the bottom of my heart, all the medical personnel in the hospitals, in the communities, healthcare workers, and my own public health staff who have been working night and day to try to fight this virus. And together we will win. And thank you very much.
The other parameter is let's keep these to like 5 minutes long, tops. You can upload the video to any platform you want. It doesn't have to be public. You could make it just unlisted if you don't want it just out there in the world. But email me the link to your video at usedfilm@gmail.com and put quarantine video in the subject line, and then send me a link to that video. So, make a short documentary about your life in quarantine. Try not to rely heavily on a background bed of music to do so. See what you can do with just the natural sound that you can record. Keep it to about 5 minutes in length, max. Upload it to your favorite platform. Send it to me at usedfilm@gmail.com by Monday, April 20th, 2020. What I'm going to do then is pick some of my favorites that you send to me, and I'm going to do a video about them. I'm going to showcase some of your videos, maybe just parts and pieces of them, and give links back to your channel. If there's something like, no, I don't want this shown publicly at all, then please put that in your email. And I'd like to still see your assignment if you work on it. And that's fine if you just don't want it shown at all or linked to or anything. I just want you to still be able to do the assignment and feel like you can participate, even if you don't want your video specifically published. So yeah, 2 weeks to shoot a documentary about your life in quarantine. You can focus in on like something good that you're getting out of this time under quarantine. You can focus in on what's been really difficult for you or some mishmash of the two. If all you want to do is still photos, that's totally fine. Just set it to some sort of like natural sound that might work as a soundtrack. Due April 20th, 2020. Email those links to me at usedfilm@gmail.com. Quarantine video in the subject line. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to see what we all come up with. And remember, this is not a contest. This is just an assignment for us to be working.